entrepreneurship. Yeah. He's actually a lecturer in entrepreneurship at the Pentecost University. He's trained over half a million people.
You're welcome
to
Personality Profile here on Joy
99.7
FM. It's
from the University of Ghana.
I hope you've had a good day as well.
It tells you how
to
deep
settle
he
down
is
for
when it comes
a
to
very
entrepreneurship.
endearing conversation.
He's a
And
former
today,
board
I
chairman
spent time
of the
with a
Ghana
very
Investment Promotion Center. He
revered
served on the
son
National
of the
Development
land,
Planning Commission.
a man that
He's
we
been the
admire so
national
much, a
president of
hard-working son of the
the
land
Ghana
who's
Red
paid
Cross
his
for
dues
6 years and
and still
currently serves on the
continues to
International
inspire
Federation
and
of Red
lecture
Cross, that's
and
IFRC
advise
Election
and
Committee.
teach
And he has
because
authored
it's his
5
passion.
books, including
Well, I'll tell you
one of the
about him.
bestsellers, The
Just make sure
7
you tell
Principles of
us, tell a
Success
friend
and
that
Wealth
Personality
Creation,
Profile with
which is
Lexis Bill is
a very good
so
book
they
that
can
you need
also
to get.
enjoy this conversation that we're about
He's
to
a
share with you.
CEO
Now, let me tell you about my
Mikaddo
guest
Holdings,
today.
including
very
the well-known
accomplished business
Mikaddo
executive.
Pharmacy. You know about
He's
it. The
management
state-of-the-art, the
consultant,
WHO standard
inspirational teacher,
CGMP
motivational speaker,
pharmaceutical
he's a social
manufacturing
worker,
company
he's an
at the facility
elder,
in Tema,
in the Christian
which
faith.
you need to see as
He's a
well.
revolutionary
But
campaigner on
he is the
entrepreneurship.
Nkabomhene of the
He's
new
actually a
Juabeng
lecturer in
traditional
entrepreneurship
area
at the Pentecost
in the Eastern
University.
region.
He's trained over
Nana,
500,000 people
Dr.
through
Michael
seminars and
Agyekum.
talks.
He holds a
He's
PhD
my guest of
in
Personality
entrepreneurship.
Nana,
Akwaba.
University of Ghana.
Yeah, me there.
Apomwe.
Yo,
Nana Wayefe.
Oh, yo.
Hey, Nana Obo life.
Oh, Bobby, so.
David, Obo life. You see, the real man who tired, and I said, no, man. Nana,
Nkokura Bomponi.
Empony, and then now we have Brad Teddy there. How do you keep so well? I mean, I know you are well versed in pharmaceuticals, and I don't know whether it's the medicines that you're making, or you have a certain lifestyle that keeps you so young and which is active. Yeah, very good book that you need to get.
Let's go with
He's a CEO of
Diet.
Mikaddo Holdings,
Yeah, kind of diet.
including the
then
well-known
exercises.
Mikaddo Pharmacy. You know about
I
it.
know that
The
rest
state of
is
the
also
arts, the WHO
part
standard
of
CGMP
longevity.
pharmaceutical manufacturing
But I
company
don't have
at the
time to
facility
rest
in
anyway.
Tema.
I
which
can
you need
imagine
to
because
see
I
as
mean
well.
we've been trying to get you
But
on this
he is
conversation
the
for so many
Nkabomhene
months.
of the new
Yeah.
Juabeng
and good
traditional
relationships.
area in the Eastern region.
I think my
Nana,
secret is
Dr.
loving people.
Michael
I always
Agyekum
want
Addo
people to be
is my
by
guest of
me.
Personality Profile. Nana, Akwaba.
And I think
Yeah,
that is key.
Apomwe.
Hey, yo,
Nana
Nana
Wayefe.
relationships. Oh, yo.
Hey, Nana Obo life.
Oh, Bobby, so. Wish people well.
David, Obo life.
I
You see, the
wonder,
real man
my
who
wife,
tired,
my
and I said,
children,
no,
they ask me,
man.
don't you err.
Nana,
Nkokura Bomponi.
Empony, and then now we have
They
Brad
should tell
Teddy
me
there.
where I am.
How do you keep so well? I mean, I know you are well versed in pharmaceuticals,
If you are
and I don't know
erring,
whether it's the medicines
time
that
will
you're
tell.
making, or
So
you
all
have a
these
certain
years
lifestyle
that my
keeps
son,
you so
you are
young
about 50
and
years
active.
old. Okay. My wife has been together for more
Let's
than
go
40
with
years.
Wow.
Diet. Which are my areas, the kind of diet that you think I need. Exercises. Then let's go back. And I know that rest is also
They can't get
part
it.
of longevity. I wish you well.
Yeah.
Let's have time to rest. So how do I offend
I
you?
can imagine because I mean we've been
I wish
trying to
you
get
well.
you on this
How
conversation
would
for
I
so
offend
many
you?
months.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's only
Good
where there's
relationships.
jealousy and envy that
think my
people
secret
offend
is
other
loving
people. That people might
always
not
want
understand people. So misunderstanding comes, and then you say, I'm angry with you. I hate you for doing this, for doing that. But I wish you well. I wish people. So if I'm talking to you about food, my wife, about children, you be doing well in your business at school, I tell them I don't think at church. Where would they should tell me where I erred. Because I believe in over time I assess myself and I realize, oh, this guy. If and I tell you, Lexis, time will tell. All my staff, so all these years, that my son, you are about 50 years old. My wife, we've been together for more than 40 years. To the extent that if you steal which are my business, I don't sack you.
Oh, you don't?
I don't.
What do you do?
Then let's go back. I'll let you stay, and I'll only change your portfolio. You can't get. Then you resign yourself. I wish you well. This has been one of my secrets. So how do I offend you? I earn respect. I don't force respect. I wish you well. Pushed on me. I don't force you to respect me.
Yes.
But the relationship is such that I wish you well. Now you are stealing. That people you are a marketer. You send the goods on credit and you are not collecting the money's back. Comes and then you sit down, I'm angry with head on check for doing investigations. Oh, I wish you well. This has come for it. So if I'm talking to you about, where is it? He has just about used it to be doing well in your treasury bill before he pays us or blah, 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 that kind of thing. Okay. Where would I change your portfolio as a marketing guy. I put you on sanitation, for example. I assess myself and I realize, oh, this guy. And then you resign yourself. All my staff, that and normally, maximum 4 weeks, they resign. Who will sell fast? It was interesting.
It sounds very interesting,
Yes.
actually.
And they would do that for JHS. Of course, they were not in the same class. So every year, one of them or two of them would come in that level category, and they have to do that. When you go to secondary, senior high school, your first holidays after Form 1, boy or girl, you'll be a seamstress or hairdresser.
I see.
Form 2, you'll be an electrician. And it's compulsory in my house.
It's compulsory.
It's compulsory. And we are talking about 30, 20 years ago. They are now grown-ups. Form 3, boy or girl, you'll be a mechanic. And all these people, my friends that were the sole people handling my children, if they are watching us, they will testify.
So you deliberately seek for these opportunities in, let's say, a tailoring shop or a mechanic shop.
And I have them already.
Oh, you have them already?
I have them already. Emanuela in Kumasi, Santasi Runabout, was a hairdresser. That's where my wife used to have her hair done. So I went to negotiate with her that I'll be bringing my children every year for the number of days that they will be at home. And she agreed. So every year, she will be expecting one of my children to come.
To come.
Yes, and they did it. And then Quaps was the electrician who went to have his electrical engineering at KNUST, but he was a private person.
Okay.
And I knew he had the good theory. So they will go to Quaps for the electrical training. And then Stephen Auto Mechanics, he will handle them with the kind of mechanic ideas that they need to have, they need to know.
Yeah.
They will go there. And I will then visit you during the time that you are with that mentor. I will visit and see and advise the woman that don't pamper my children. Let them do the kind of jobs that they need to do. Any apprentice will do. If it's cleaning, let them do it. If it is going to fetch water, washing the towels, please allow.
Yeah.
And the mechanics, please allow them to be under the cars. Whatever. So it's very, very
They should be
interesting.
immersed in the job and learn the rudiments of it.
Exactly.
How did the children take it? How did they receive it?
Thank you very much. I think it's a very good question. They resisted.
They resisted?
Like normal up and coming teenager or a child. They resisted. For example, these are
that's
my daughters.
Those are your daughters?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow.
How I wish you can have the opportunity to interview them.
I would love to.
All of them went through this arrangement.
Yeah.
Yes. Hairdressing, mechanic.
Oh, they also learned
all of them
to be a mechanic.
I'm telling you that it's compulsory in my house.
Wow.
And they drive crazy. They drive like, they say, are you driving like a man?
Formula One drivers.
Whatever. Because I knew
is there a picture of one of your daughters in a mechanic overall?
Yes. This was after her Holy Child Form 3. After
Holy Child. And she was
Form
working
3.
in a mechanic shop.
Exactly.
Dressed in overall.
Before you go to university, all of them will have to go through this arrangement. And this one, the first one went to SOS, Emma Minor, Tema. And after sixth form, yes, you definitely have to be a mechanic. This is this one.
Yeah.
She's a pharmacist now.
Okay, she's a pharmacist now.
She's a pharmacist. This one is a FIA, and she also went to Holy Child.
Okay.
She is a medical doctor.
Wow.
Now, practicing in America.
Interesting.
Now, Mamiya went to St. Rose's.
Okay.
She also became a mechanic, and she's a computer engineer.
No, this is a very interesting revelation, huh?
I'm telling you.
Now, but do you think that the present day child will agree to do this?
Well,
and especially parenting itself has changed over the years.
Yes.
I mean, this was 30, 40 years ago, right?
Exactly.
I don't know about today or what you think about the young ones of today or even the system of life today.
I tell you that it has really helped them. And now they even talk about it.
Okay.
So I know that the method that I used was good.
Okay.
Why? Because I wish them well. And I could see the next 20, 30 years' time, entrepreneurship will be the order of the day. And that these white-collar jobs will be a thing of the past. So my children should go through these entrepreneurial philosophies or processes or procedure, whatever.
Okay.
So I took them through because I could see. And if you want to be a good leader, you must be a visionary.
Yeah.
And see what will happen the next 10, 20 years for your kids.
But at
And
the
that's why
time-
we take them to school.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we ask the teachers to think for us.
Yeah.
But you as the parent, you should know and guide your child how to go.
But at the time, they didn't really understand this. Because, of course, their father is a very wealthy man, businessman,
Agreed.
who can afford literally everything. We don't even have to work.
And people were asking them,
People were even asking them.
yes, your father must be a wicked man. And they come to tell me, I say, I'm not wicked. I'm rather soft. I love you.
Yeah.
And in future, you grow to know because it will live the test of time.
But where did you get these ideas from? Is it from your own upbringing, or you had a very different upbringing?
I think partly from my upbringing. At the university level, I had a friend, a Dutch friend, whom his mother adopted me. So every holiday time from KNUST, I'll go to Holland and she would train me.
Oh, okay.
And I got to know that the Dutch were kind of people unique in the world. And I did some research, and that I was informed that to do business anywhere in the world, the best people to engage are the Dutch.
I see.
So I was trying to find out what is so much special about the Dutch that people should have interest in engaging them. And I realized that for every Dutch, you have to have about 6 professions before you finish wherever. 6 professions. Whilst you are going through school, they do all kinds of vocations.
Okay.
So I had this Dutch friend, a pharmacist. He was a mechanic himself. Anytime he visited Ghana, he would just do buying cars for me. He was electrical person who was doing amplifiers
Okay.
himself as a hobby. When I went to Holland and I visited him, he was himself the mason, the carpenter in the house, tiler, everything. I said, these people, studied them for some time. I realized that they have what I will call broad-minded personality.
Okay.
When it came to pharmacy, we shared the same views, the same ideas, the same theory. But when it comes to practical, I realized I didn't come anywhere near him. So I started to learn from him and to study. So the two of us, we have even come out with a book called The Best of Two Worlds.
Oh.
So having learned from them,
Yeah.
I decided to really replicate what I learned from them. So I will introduce them to my children.
Yeah. So when you were much younger, did you personally do any of these vocational jobs? You didn't?
Earlier on, I started my life at the age of 7, that I took over the grocery shop of my mother,
Okay.
who fell ill for 15 years. For the 15 years added to my 7th year, I was just a seller in the village market.
That's which town is it? Sushen?
Sushen, near Koforidua, in
Yeah.
the eastern region of Ghana.
Yeah. And we are DNA.
Asantini.
We are Santini.
Yeah, Asantini.
And
From Juabeng, old Juabeng. Now we
Juabeng.
settled in Koforidua, new Juabeng. So we are the new Juabeng Ashantis.
Okay.
Okay. Sushen.
Okay.
Okay. So having been a marketer all my life, I realized that marketing is key. And that's the more reason why I asked them to do the selling after GHS.
Yeah.
Okay. And then senior high school, I was also a people teacher to get some money to pay my school fees. I taught all the way up to school for the deaf, Mampong School for the Deaf. I've taught them before in the 70s. Wow. And then later on, I taught at Latte, Benkum Senior High. And then after university, I was teaching Kumasi Polytechnic, now Kumasi Technical University, for nearly 13 years, without salary.
Without salary?
On gratis, seriously. I've taught at Opokuwari Senior High School, English and English literature at Opokuwari. And most of my students are now doctors, engineers, they are big men.
Yeah.
And they always, they give me funds as the way I was teaching them.
Yeah.
You know, so
but how were you able to do all that without salary?
For love of it.
So
because I was a pharmacist, I was.
Oh, you had already started your pharmacy career. Okay.
But the timetable was such that it did not affect my normal job.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I did it wholeheartedly and with all the love that I'm still teaching. Yeah. Right now on the television, we are teaching.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
I mean, I'm learning a lot. Already. I'm taking notes.
All you know, you didn't go through that. And I'll tell you what you missed.
Yes, yes.
Like the ego. I know that my children, these girls, will not show off, will not be too proud. Because they told me that being mechanics, they realized that the apprentices are more cleverer and wittier than we who take our cars to them. Because when you go, you take your newspaper, you read, and then they will do the job. Then they'll come to you, doc, engineer, boss. The part is about 500 cedis. She will go with the boys to wherever they will buy the spare parts. And then she will get to know that it was 100 cedis. But they've added 400. And then they will get a receipt from the seller, and they come and show it to you. Would you argue? You wouldn't argue. You didn't bag it. So who is cleverer? You or the apprentice?
You have been totally outwitted.
Yes. So they know it. So they realize that, we have to respect them. You don't have to look, at them. You don't have to look down upon them at all. So if you go to the hairdresser, that apprentice, you must respect her. So in fact, I realized that they respect all my staff.
Okay.
They don't lord themselves over them. And that's one major advantage that going through these vocations has given them.
Yeah.
And my daughter had a good name at Kolebu. Say, Efwedufie, we all remember her so well. A doctor who go to the kitchen, a doctor who, after close of work, go and sit with the security people and discuss a lot about their lives with them. Here's a doctor who is so unique. He was always nice with the nurses. And so, why should we say anything bad against such a doctor? And the patients were always for Efia, all because of the upbringing, the vocation that they went through. So it's something that is unique.
Your pharmacy career, at what age did you decide to do pharmacy, and what motivated that?
Interesting. I thought we were going through a series, but now you've caught me to jump the gun. Okay. At the sixth form, where you have to choose your career path at the university, my first attempt, I chose medicine. That was the order of the day, that you are a doctor, and we are all valued it.
Yeah.
But I failed because I was always doing the teaching, the people teaching,
Are you making excuses?
Yes, I was a teacher, whilst a student.
So that was the reason.
So I was not in the class for me to know whatever it is. And sixth form was very, very difficult years.
Okay.
So I failed my first attempt. And I was doing 6 subjects. All 6 formats were supposed to do 3 or 4, but I was doing 6. Special maths, physics, chemistry, biology, African studies, 6 of them. And so I failed my chemistry and physics. So I had to resit. And I resat the 2 before I passed. So I could not get admission to the medical school. So the following year, I did not even attempt to try to apply. So I applied to do pharmacy at that time.
Okay.
That was in the 70s, 72 to be precise. And apparently I passed so well that I should have been admitted
To do the medical school.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
But I didn't apply. So
Yeah.
I was taken at pharmacy.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's how I ended up in reading pharmacy, which I love so much. I've never regretted.
Well, I can tell.
I've never regretted.
You've built a very wonderful legacy.
Amma is a pharmacist.
Your
Echa
daughter,
is also a pharmacist.
Oh, I see. You have two.
Yes,
pharmacies.
and
What about the
5
boys? Yeah.
The first one is also a pharmacist.
Oh, okay.
He has set up his own coffee chrome pharmacy.
Oh, right.
He's also a pharmacist. And his son is also a pharmacist.
Your grandson
My
is also
grandson is a pharmacist. So it's a house of pharmacists.
Yeah, looks like it.
And they have all done the PharmD, so we are all doctors.
Wow.
Yes.
That's beautiful. I'm sure this makes you so proud.
I am. And it means that my method of raising them up has also proved right.
Yeah.
At that time, we were saying that they were resisting. And I told them, in future, you miss me. Yeah, you know that I took you through the right channel. And now they say so. During my birthdays, when they come, they adore me and they know that, oh, Dad helped us.
Yeah.
Especially when they are with their friends. They tell them they shine in their friends and wherever they find themselves, because when they tell them what they've gone through, they will miss it.
Very interesting. If you're just joining us, we're spending time with the CEO of Mikaddo Holdings and Mikaddo Pharmacy, Nana Doctor. or which one comes
Dr. Nana,
Dr.
whatever.
Nana.
But Nana comes first.
Yes, Nana, Dr. Michael Agyekum Addo, and
Yes.
boy, we're learning a lot. It's a whole master class here today, honestly. I wanted to know about your life, but this is a whole lecture, and I'm so grateful that we get to share all of these things. So let me take you back to after, passing out of school, your A-levels, now you're well on your way to becoming a pharmacist. Now, you said you decided to also take teaching.
Yes.
As do it pro bono, right?
As a hobby.
As a
Kind of,
hobby.
yes.
Yes.
As a hobby.
What really made you decide to teach as well? Where did that value also come from?
After O level, before I could get to the 6th form, I've taken my school fees on arrears, on credit. So the headmaster told me that if I should pass, he would not take me for the 6th form until I clear off all the arrears of the school fees.
Okay.
And that's why I went to do people teaching.
Okay.
So I went to Methodist office in Koforidua, and they gave me people teaching at a village called Addo, also in the eastern region. I had to walk about 5 miles from Nankese to Addo and back, and I was teaching the class 2 for the period.
I see.
So when 6th form opened, then I brought that money to pay off the school fees.
Yeah.
And then I became poor again for the 6th form. And that's why I went for the people teaching, and this time they took me to Mampong School for the Deaf. For the whole of lower 6, I was teaching Monday to Friday. Come to school secretly to copy notes, because Monday I should be in Mampong. And this is Koforidua Ghana Senior High.
Yeah.
So all my friends knew what the plight I was going through. That's why I failed, because I wasn't in class most of the time.
Yeah.
Yes, but eventually, the second attempt, I passed so well. So I don't regret. And that's how the teaching became part of me.
Okay.
So after 6th form again, I did not go to the university the following year. I was teaching at Agyekum Senior High for physics, maths, and chemistry.
Okay.
Okay, in the 70s, I was teaching. At KNUST, I used to also to do part-time teaching. And then after the university, I started teaching at Kumasi Technical University now.
Okay.
Yes.
while still being
My
a
pharmacy
pharmacist.
business.
Yes.
Yes.
And
And
what's
up to today, I lecture on entrepreneurship at University of Ghana, Pentecost University, and I've been invited to also do other classes in other schools.
okay.
I love to do it. I
Yeah.
love to teach, seriously.
I see. So let's stay on pharmacy, because many years later we have Mikaddo Pharmacy, which is one of the probably
Previously, it
biggest.
used to be Kama.
Kama, oh, yes,
Kama,
yes.
Kama.
Of course,
Kama
the
group
Kama
of
Conference
companies.
Center is just
Yes,
around the corner.
also popular.
Yes, very popular. And
Yes.
what
happened?
Yes, what happened?
You know, there had been a prophecy in the 80s on my life that will influence the whole world. I couldn't understand. I couldn't know how. So along the line, in 2012, thereabout, I went into a merger with Aspen Pharmaceuticals, the biggest pharmaceutical company in the whole of Africa, based in South Africa. They came to Ghana looking for a partner. So I went into partnership with them, equity partnership. So right now, my products are all over the world. They are in 150 countries. So the prophecy has come true.
Wow.
That's why being an elder of Church of Pentecost, I'm so happy that going through the principles of the Bible, it also pushes you ahead. Then it strengthens your faith.
I
Because
see.
in 86, there was a prophecy that I will influence the world. Little did I know that it will come to pass.
Yeah.
So right now, if I see Omega Oil, which is my product, with my signature on it, going to Japan, America, Holland, then I know God is true.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's how it is. And then they said they were not interested in other parts of my business. They were only interested in the industry, Kama industry. So my pharmacy, my conference centers, my hotels, my forest bureau, they were not interested. And that's why I changed the name from Kama to Mikaddo Holdings.
Yes.
And the money I made out of that equity partnership, I put up a better factory.
Wow.
Much, much better. CGMP, meaning current good manufacturing practices standard. It's a world standard. And I think right now, if I'm not the best, I'm one of the best.
One of the best on the continent.
Yes, so
amazing.
we are going to export to the whole of West Africa. My machines are big, the capacity is huge, the environment is world class. And so very soon, you hear from me. I'm going to make Ohepta IB, immune booster. I mean, from
Dr. Addo's or Heptal IB.
exactly.
What drug is it? What is it for?
It's a blood tonic with other things that will boost your immunity, like vitamin D, like zinc, like vitamin C. All are incorporated in this product.
Okay.
And it's going to be the #1 seller in due course.
Wow.
Yes,
pray
we have
so.
not even commissioned that factory yet.
Okay.
And that's why you haven't heard of us.
Yeah.
We are now doing the regulatory things with
Yeah.
FDA, that kind of stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, but very soon it will come out. Maybe through you, people will start to hear of
Absolutely. I mean,
Heptal
seeing-
IB.
Yes, it's on camera now, so maybe is it too early to outdoor it? Because I'm outdooring it already, and I know that people are going to see
I hope
this
you are not going
product.
to ask for royalties because
Well-
it will really work.
Well,
it will
Chairman,
really work.
that is very important. So, we'll have that conversation.
Yes,
But
yes.
that's so amazing, huh? So it means that these products will be in partnership with your equity partners.
No,
Or this is just
this 100% ownership from me.
from you.
I'm now looking for another equity partner because it's a good thing
Yeah.
to go into partnership.
Okay.
Yes, it makes your finances easier to handle. Yes, you are not alone. Right now, I'm 100% owner of Mikaddo Laboratories.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But the Kama now belongs to Aspen, which I don't mind because I made my money out of it.
Okay.
And the profit is now in here. And I will also want Ghanaians to know that Kama used to employ about, let's say, 100 people. I'm going to employ over 600 people
I see.
now because it's huge.
So does it mean you don't have any stake in Kama again?
No, for now.
Okay.
I used to.
Okay.
But I sold off all my shares
I see.
to top up to do this
The
new...
Mikaddo
Yes, Mikaddo
factory.
one. But it's always good to go into shareholding, and I'll advise people watching us
Yeah.
that group thing is better. In fact, in tree, a baby say, "Benu swa emia." If two people are carrying this thing, one is here, one is there.
Yeah.
Emia uti,
Okay.
benu swa
Emia. Ah, right.
say onkwa ebe mia osa. Then to be dangling obebre. But
More like sharing the load.
You share the load.
Okay.
And things become easier for you.
How easy was it to build Kama? I mean, you
It
probably
wasn't easy.
worked with other
It wasn't
pharmaceutical
easy at
companies
all.
before you decided to set up your own.
Yeah, it wasn't easy because I had to do the promotion myself, to do the marketing myself, and make sure that I do proper quality, efficacious drugs. And soon my drugs became household. I told you that I was doing treasuries, omega oil, Camatone, those products. And then if you come to the extemporaneous products, Especet, Senaco, that kind of stuff, mine was always seen to be the best. So people started appreciating my products. And that's why I grew so fast in Kumasi. Very skeptical people, but they are so analytical. They are so conscious of what they put in because they have their money.
Yeah.
So they cannot afford to buy any other thing than the best for them. So that's how I realized, no, I should play my part in this life so well that I would not be blamed for anything. And so my products, I had to do well. My staff, my customers, I have to make sure that they are, everybody that entered my pharmacy, I saw that person as my God. So if you are a man, Nana, and Kumasi people, they want to be address that level,
Yeah,
Nana. If you are a woman, Ohima.
Yeah.
So that became part of me. I say, "Woko kofodu ani ne hodia, obefra ohene, Nana, and Nasa Ohima," and they enjoyed it. That was one of my secrets of my marketing style, my marketing strategies. And it worked.
Customer relations.
Exactly. And at one point in time, this to only share with you, I was there when Otumfo Opokuware, who has passed,
The
late, came to me. And they were telling me that Otumfo has come to your shop. I said, hey. I was upstairs. When I came down, lo and behold, it was Otumfo Opokuware.
Wow.
I was excited. God has visited me, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, Minana, me here draw baby. Yeah, me the free UK never na me the yasa me pese besansa. Me so how the me ba me nyebi. Ampeni ampa me kohwehwe me stock mu me nya bi the brand. And he was so happy. So at one of his deathbeds, he announced to the chiefs that I have solved his problem for him.
Wow.
You can imagine. So the whole of Ashanti region saw me as their pharmacy, as their pharmacist.
Yeah.
That's how I made my name. Kokama, Kama. And what does Kama mean? Kama for excellence. A tree. Kama.
Yeah.
Inti oyaria unse eduane nya ode atare kra nya ofe. Baba me ho mama ye Kama. Kama Health Services.
Oh my
And that's
goodness.
how I made the name. And then I became so popular that even the South Africans coming to Ghana, when they went to FDA, they went to Pharmacy Council, they told them, go to Kama. Go to Kama.
Yeah.
Go to Kama. So
this is an amazing story. I mean, we Kama is very popular, but nobody. I never even thought that. I thought it was one of your initials or something. You know what I mean?
Kama. So my motto was Kama, and then we respond for excellence. Kama.
For excellence.
That's all. For excellence. And now Mikaddo is Service Unlimited.
Service Unlimited.
Service Unlimited. If you look at my logo underneath,
okay,
you see that?
Infinity.
Yes, infinite.
Yeah.
Service Unlimited. So I'll give you the best of service when you take my drug. And then I'll make sure that you know all the side effects,
Yeah.
all the positive things about it. I'll make sure that I follow up your health. Maybe it's not only the disease per se, but your environment itself.
Yeah.
So I do things come way.
Okay.
And that's going beyond the normal serving a prescription. I go beyond that.
It all wasn't rosy in the beginning when you started.
Yes.
What were some of the challenges you encountered?
Right. My biggest challenge is the human factor, the staff. They don't want to work, but they want to get money. They don't want to be rebuked, but they're always causing mayhem. You employ the person as an individual, but he wants to go in a group. I cannot understand that. So along the line, I went to do my master's degree on business management. And my topic for my master's degree was, how do I motivate people? Motivation. I chose that for my research. Staffing, the hiring and the firing is my biggest challenge, even up to today. The second is the machinery, the technology. Was a challenge to me, how to control my business. They will tell you, oh, use CCTV. I went and bought CCTV cameras all over. At a point in time, they were still stealing. And when I went to check on the monitor wasn't working. When we went to check the cameras have been covered. Can you believe it?
Wow.
So they are so witty, they are so cunning. There's no way, for now, I don't believe in CCTV cameras, even though they work well. Right now, as we speak, I can see my factory from my mobile phone. That's the power of technology. It has been a challenge to me. Even in marketing, you've got to go onto the social media.
Yeah.
It's also a challenge.
Okay.
And because I wasn't used to this technology at that time, I couldn't understand it. So if you're asking challenges, yes, I've given you 3 now. Then the fourth one was the products itself. Finances isn't a big challenge to me now because if you have good relationships, people can give things to you on credit. Okay? Apart from governments, taxes left and right that you cannot negotiate. I don't think finance or funding or money is a big problem. So normally I teach my students on entrepreneurship as 6 M's. The first M is manpower, machines, materials, marketing, money, and minutes. That's time. The most important of all these 6 M's is manpower. You yourself as the manpower, the kind of mindset, the entrepreneurial mind that you need to do with your business, then your staffing, your customers, they are all manpower. Very important. Then technology as the machines. The materials will be the office, the land, whatever will be the materials. Then how do you market? What is your target group? Okay? That's marketing. Before money comes. And money to me is part of the system of the 6 M's. Because if you credit me with my machine and then with the products or raw materials, it's all part of money. So that's not important to me. Then time. The young guys, you want to have your money quickly, but it's not. And I have a mantra that if you rush, you crash. If you rush,
you crash.
You crash. So go gingerly. And I see myself as the tortoise way of life. Even though he's slow, he's powerful. And one of our rings is the tortoise. When you get the tortoise, I don't have it today. You see the bomb and a gun on it. I say, eka achichediam kwa ake itu entu rem. Okay? Because I don't know that baby, I share the shelf. Opa to pa yeday and fano. Who say hona idinya no ba out.
Okay.
Or DBPR, he eats leaves. The tortoise. That's the way I handle my life. Slowly and gingerly.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yes.
And you talk about money. I mean,
as the least important of all the 6
as the least important of all the things, but you, when your money was taken by the government, you were not exactly happy.
Don't go there.
I read that news, and for me, it was quite unfortunate because you
Yes.
worked for many years, and then you heard that, okay, the government is doing domestic debt restructuring, and you were affected. And I don't know, have you recovered?
How can I? How can I? Leslie, you just want to push me into this unfortunate situation that I found myself in.
I'm sorry, but
it's the reality,
Yeah.
That's the truth. That having worked, and because I'm an entrepreneur and I teach entrepreneurship, I talk about savings as one way of making it. And when I talk to you about money as the least important, it means that if you do savings, it becomes part of your capital.
yeah,
Self-financing is the best.
yeah,
It's better than going for loans. And I warn you, Leslie, if you want to do any business, don't start with loans. It's not the best. Okay. So I was saving for nearly 30 years. I was saving, untouched. Only to hear one day that we are doing bank clearing. So those of you that have done some investment with such and such a bank, we are sorry, we cannot help you than to wait for reconciliation, revocation, read this, read that, all kinds of economic terms, thinking that within a month we'll get our money. Now it's been 7 years now. I have not received my millions of CDs that I invested.
wow,
Which I thought could be part of my capital for now to run my Mikaddo. I haven't received it. Luckily, we've heard, because we are in the election year, that we may be paid. We have not been paid yet, but I believe that we will be paid.
How does this 7 years, how did you fare within this period? Did you go broke?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
How broke?
Because
How broke? Give us an idea. Because for wealthy people,
Yes.
broke would mean my riches. You understand? Or somebody's riches. But how broke did you get?
Because I started my life at 7, coming from a very poor background.
Yeah.
Getting broke was part of me that I have, experienced it before.
Okay.
So I have that resilience. I have the thick skin, which I try to train my children about that. And I also tell people that don't pamper your children so much. Don't give them everything that they ask for. Sometimes you've got to withhold and let them grow and work for themselves. So even though I was broke, and I am broke.
Oh, you're still broke?
I'm still broke.
Wow.
Because I need my money to chase my overheads.
Yeah.
Right now I have some expatriates. I have to pay them. I have to buy raw materials. I have to buy packaging materials. You need money. And this time around, it's not 100,000, so it's in millions.
It's in millions?
Yes, because the factory is huge.
Yeah.
Everything, the consumption is also huge. Staff is also big. How do you handle all this? And that's why I'm looking for equity partner again.
Yeah.
But first, I thought I could run it myself with my money that I've saved, thinking that it will be paid. By 2021, they told us they were going to pay us. It didn't come through.
Yeah.
So we hope that they said by October would have been paid.
Okay.
And then Leslie, you can come over to me
for
soft loans because I'm an angel investor.
Because
you understand angel investor?
Yes. Oh, you are
an angel investor,
too.
yes.
Okay, great.
On a small scale. In my village, I go to the marketplace in my heydays.
Yeah.
And as an angel investor, I give them the money on pro bono, and they were using it as their capital.
Yes.
Now I cannot. I have an ICT center that I've built for my village people with 40 computers. Now I cannot run it because of the internet charges.
Yeah.
I don't have the money to do that. So it's like a white elephant at the village level. I have factories also in Koforidua. I cannot run. I'm looking for some money to run all these.
I think earlier you mentioned that you have a hotel as well.
Yes. So getting broke is like you want to do something with money that you don't have money to do it.
Yeah.
That makes you broke. But at least by God's grace, I can feed myself daily and my family.
Yeah.
But luckily, my children, with the 5 boys, I don't have their pictures here. They also give me something.
Okay.
And I also have my SNET pay. So all these things help me.
That's
I'm okay.
That's
I'm
good.
okay.
I was getting worried. I mean, I'd wanted to probably give you a loan, but let me just
Hold
keep
it.
my
Hold it.
Anyway, so
Yes.
a few. I'm happy we get to see even this particular drug that you shared with us.
Yes.
Or Heptal B,
IB.
and
Immune booster.
and you've done a few more drugs as well. One of the things I realize you're very passionate about is men's health. And so I think a few weeks ago, I saw that you were encouraging a lot of the women to wear beads.
Exactly.
Because it will help the men.
Yes.
How is that?
I did some research why our grandfathers and grandmothers were so happy with beads. And as a chief, I also went into the beads philosophy. And I realized that it's so spiritual. Maybe you guys are not aware. Stones are spiritual. You know, we have our fetish priests, some of them even worship stones because of its spiritual connotation. So having gone through and I read a lot about it, I said, that's why our grandmothers used to leave their beads as legacy to the daughters that they loved. So
A good year, or more good
a
year.
good year, yes. So what about it? Then I realized, that's why if you have a girlfriend or you have a wife with beads on, even the sound alone gives you some power. The sight gives you some power. And you even play with it. Sometimes you'll be counting. All this gives you that sexual happiness. Your morale improves. It's a signature tune that things are now going to work. And in the evening, in the night, it helps you. And that's the more reason why our fathers were marrying more than one. And yet, they did not have any means of going for aphrodisiacs. All could be the beads. I started doing some survey. And most of my colleague chiefs agreed with me that they loved beads on their wives. I started interviewing the boys. And they said, my girlfriend, they don't have beads. These days, the girls don't have beads. And I realized that that's the more reason why they come to the pharmacy and buy aphrodisiacs. And that's the more reason why they have kidney problems, because they want to take bitters. And these bitters will destroy your kidney for sexual performance. That's the reason. That may be the reason. Then let me promote it so that you go back. Why are these boys now in earrings? They plait their hair, which means that they are changing over. And I hear these days, some boys even put on beads on their waist.
Oh, really?
So you have to tell me.
I wouldn't know.
But you are not in earrings anyway. Why are you not
I
in
am
earrings?
not.
You don't go by the fashion?
Yeah.
Our celebrities are now putting on earrings. They are putting on, they are braiding their hair. And then most young guys, they also have beads at their as bracelets these days. So we chiefs, we put on beads for. I didn't know you were going to ask me because I have a lot of beads for my neck and for my wrist. So it's good. It's spiritual. When you are annoyed, when your wife is annoyed with you, she will pull away the beads, and that's a sign to you that she is not happy.
Oh.
So these are signature tunes in marriage. And I know since I trended on the social media about these beads, people tell me confidently that their wives had gone to buy beads because they realize that the men like it. So they ask the husband, Did you like it? He said, yes. And why is it that 10 years that we've married, you've never said it until Nana said it in the papers? And immediately they go to buy.
I see.
So do this survey for me as well. Ask your colleague friends whether
Absolutely.
they appreciate it
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
And then we carry it on. And all you know, we may increase the entrepreneurial spirit of bead industry, increase beads, and Ghana will be a better person.
I mean, since you're an angel investor, I think we should set up the
Exactly.
Mikaddo Beats Company. I will gladly
And
be
I'm
in the
going
factory.
to, yes, I'm going to register. And this time I'll make it Kama.
Oh, you make it Kama Beats Company. Because I know I Kama. Anyway, I mean, it's been so amazing spending time with you. I've learned a lot. What is the biggest lesson life has taught you that you want to leave with us?
Hey, human beings are special. You've got to handle them with all the care. Human beings. That's why the good book, the Holy Book, tells us that do unto others as you wish them to do to you. That's the biggest thing. And when I passed out some time ago, 2020, I didn't see anything. I passed out. When I came around the next day, I was told I have been operated upon. What is it all about? It was about my intestines. There was something wrong with it. So I was operated. They opened the whole stomach, and the doctor worked on it. And the doctor came by me and said, Mr. Kama, you made me who I am. I used to work in your clinic in Kumasi whilst I was a student. You're calling it about 20, 25 years ago. Wow. And the payback time has now come. And when he was informed at 2 a.m. that there's somebody from Kama, the CEO, is sick and it's this disease, please work on it. He ran and he worked on me. And we are the best of friends now.
Wow.
25 years ago, I opened up a clinic where he used to do locum. You see what has happened.
Yeah.
So the biggest lesson, Leslie, is about human beings. How do you handle your colleagues, your boss, your customers, your viewers? They are key. They are your God. So my biggest challenge, in summary, is about human beings. How I will handle them. Okay. And I've left that as a legacy in my book, The 7 Principles of Success and Wealth Creation. If you wouldn't mind, I think I have a copy there. This one.
Oh, okay, that's it, huh? Okay.
The 7 Principles of Success and Wealth Creation.
Yeah. Be a wealthy person.
To be a wealthy person.
How much
it's
money
not how much you make.
You make, but how much you save.
How much you save. That's why I was saving for 30 years.
Yes. For wealth is not cash.
Wealth is not cash.
Is wisdom and people.
Exactly. How do you handle your network of people? You require some wisdom. Because people have had friends, foreign friends, local friends, and the friendship breaks down, including marriages, because they don't have the wisdom to handle that relationship.
Good stuff. Amazing stuff.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then they end up giving all kinds of excuses when they offend you.
Yeah. This is just the perfect way to end this conversation. Nana.
To be continued.
And to be continued, I know.
Yes, and the books.
Yes.
I will also end up by saying that I've come across a lot of rich people who die as paupers. So this book is the winning
attitude and etiquette for all.
Yes. How to handle your mobile phone, how to handle your parents at school, at church. That's the etiquette for all.
Okay.
And this one I recommend to all students in this country. Then
Fundamentals of entrepreneurship.
That's the order of the day.
Yeah.
This is Fundamentals of Entrepreneurship. This is the legacy I'm leaving for Ghanaians. And that is volume 1, book 1.
And book 2.
And book 2.
We're grateful. If you're listening in, if you're watching us, this is one of the books you really need to go get.
Yes.
Yes. And Ghana is grateful.
Yes.
Ghana is grateful.
Should be grateful.
Let me sure. Doc, let me show. Yeah, that's it. I'm Lexis Bill, and I've been spending time with Nana, Dr. Agyekum, Michael Agyekum Addo, Mikaddo Holdings, here on Joy 99.7 FM. On behalf of my crew, I'm grateful that you spent time with us. Do stay on and enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye.
Where would I err?
I see.
So over time, I assess myself and I realize